This is nuts. Again, this is completely nuts. I can't get into my shower right now, even though I haven't yet got it in, and I'm still fully dressed because somebody or something that is directly behind that wall right there over the last 15 minutes while I've been preparing to take a shower and bringing my shower stuff into this bathroom quietly, silently. There's no noise involved with taking a bottle of shampoo or some soap and putting it next to your shower stall. All of a sudden, there has been an insane amount of violent, repeated slamming, banging, and smacking from directly behind this wall continuously for the last 15 or 20 minutes. The water also stinks so foul that I have to keep it running because it smells like somebody's 50-day-old unwashed feet. And the foot smell is not coming from me because I spray down my feet multiple times per day with rubbing alcohol. And you see this bottle right here. This is rubbing alcohol from CVS, 70%, one of the most powerful disinfectants on the planet. And when you spray your feet down with them, your feet are completely clean, trust me. So the foot smell is coming from the shower stall right now, from that tap, and there's somebody repeatedly smacking, slamming, and banging things against this wall. It is now 1:20 p.m. on Wednesday, August 13th, 2025, and I just called the Greenville office and asked them to immediately send maintenance up here, and I'm waiting for them because I don't think it's maintenance that's smacking and slamming things around behind this wall, but it is so violent, so repeated, and so deliberate that I'm wondering if they're actually doing some kind of like a shower stall installation behind this wall or something. I mean, the slamming is so violent that I really feel unsafe being in this bathroom right now, unless I know that this is like a legitimate violence, that it's not some kind of just psycho thug who's getting all agitated and violent behind this wall because they have some kind of knowledge of what I happen to be doing in this bathroom, which is preparing to take a shower. I keep reporting that there's a violent psycho thug behind this wall, slamming and smacking things behind my toilet, even at like 2:45 in the morning, when I quietly try to use the facilities. And I had to call the Greenville group at 2:45 earlier this morning when I randomly got up from sleeping on my bed to quietly use the facilities. And some psycho behind this wall was repeatedly slamming and smacking things directly behind my toilet while I was quietly sitting on my toilet. The slamming and banging did not occur at any point before I physically sat on that toilet at 2:45 in the morning, and it immediately stopped happening when I got up from the toilet. This is very activity specific and obviously surveillance based. But just to give the Greenville group the benefit of the doubt, I've just left them a voicemail. They never answer their phones, not even in the middle of the day, which means they're completely incompetent and not a legitimate business. I mean, what kind of business refuses to answer their phones in the middle of the day? And left them a voicemail asking them to send maintenance up here because it is not safe for me to be in this bathroom, given that there is possibly a violent, psychotic individual slamming and banging and throwing things against the wall. It sounds like they're literally slamming a shower stall against my wall. It is a gigantic object. Maybe they're throwing themselves against the wall, but right now, as I was stepping into my shower, still fully clothed, that started happening. At least there's no marijuana and cigar fumes, which makes me wonder, maybe it is maintenance, right? Like if they're installing a brand new shower stall or some kind of a heavy utility object, like a sink or something, then the slamming and banging and repeated violent smacking behind that wall would be legitimate. And I'm not smelling marijuana or cigar smoke, so it makes me wonder if it actually is maintenance. Of course, the Greenville group don't check their voicemails and they never answer their phones, but I am waiting for maintenance to show up hopefully within the next 15 or 20 minutes so I can safely use my bathroom and take a shower and leave as I need to do. I'm always late because every single time I try to take a shower or even just use a toilet in that bathroom, there's some violent psycho behind this wall who deliberately engages in all kinds of violent, intrusive, harmful behavior to interfere with what I'm trying to do in my bathroom. I cannot safely or privately use that bathroom, and I've made multiple phone calls to the Greenville group over the last, not just few days and few weeks, but few years. Regarding this issue. This is obviously surveillance based. There's no way anybody can have any knowledge of what I do in my bathroom because I make it a point to be very quiet when I try to use the facilities, and going into your shower and quietly putting down your soap and your shampoo when the water's not running is a silent activity that nobody should have any knowledge of. It's important to note that the violent slamming and banging that's been occurring repeatedly against this wall right here and the back of my toilet area from the bathroom of 78 only started happening 15, 20 minutes ago when I quietly started stepping into my bathroom to prepare my bathroom for my shower. I usually put down a shower curtain to prevent a lot of water from getting onto the floor and seeping into the unit below. And as soon as I started to do that, somebody in the bathroom of 78, who obviously has some kind of knowledge of what I do in my bathroom, started violently smacking, slamming, and smacking things, slamming and banging things against that wall that had not been occurring at any point throughout the morning, except for the last time when I tried to use a toilet in my bathroom, which was at 2:45 this morning. That same person was slamming, smacking, and banging things against this wall repeatedly, but only while I was happening to sit on the toilet randomly, very randomly, completely spontaneously at 2:45 a.m., which means there's somebody continuously sitting in that bathroom, psychotically trying to have some kind of knowledge of what I happen to do in the privacy of my bathroom, even at 2:40 in the morning. And then when I literally quietly sit on the toilet, that's when they go to town and start violently smacking and banging things against that wall just to make me uncomfortable. That is the whole point.